Hello and welcome back, guys. Another episode of The Other Worlds. My name's Dan Ironic. If you're just joining, I hope you enjoy. And if you're a returning member, thank you so much. All right, let's go. Hey guys, members, viewers, same thing. Okay, so we just got into this town. There's some kind of on here. Can I get these apples down somehow? It'd be cool if I could knock them down. I might get yelled at if I pull out a weapon, though. I'm not going to risk it. Start going through these. Who's this guy?
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies.
I can steal stuff, but now you gotta close the door first. But she's gonna open it. Yes, ma'am. Oh my god, don't open it, please. I'm gonna be sneaky. And then Parvati will sometimes just open the door and it's like, surprise. Let's just expose you to the world. Let them all know you're stealing. Like, it's nothing personal, guys. I gotta survive out here. It's an unforgiving place, you know. Nobody's none the wiser. I also got a high sneak, so it's really hard to spot me, I think. That one's shut. Howdy, fella. What's your name?
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too.
That's
Something
Stefan.
I can help you with?
What's up, Stefan? What are you? I'm told one of your numbers gone missing.
You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off.
What happened on the day Zoe disappeared?
Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
Weird how they call them serials or like shows. Was it like telenovelas? So like soap operas. Tell me a little bit about Zoe. Tell me a little about Zoe.
Zoe was always obsessed with this serial. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her.
The way she liked marauders. Like she liked bandits. Yeah. What was that about surprising Zoe?
The other day I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day.
Was she acting strange before she disappeared?
Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd.
So we can look for these journals, maybe. Hold on, there was something else.
Hey, I got time.
I got some. Oh no, there's no more questions. Let's trade.
Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
Fresh off the lamb. Ew. No, thank you. I get a 1% discount. Is it because of my dialogue skill? Sell junk. Hold R to repair everything. Yes. Yeah, well, it's good thing we changed the thing where our durability goes down less now. We can buy, what can we, hold on. Hold on, stranger. I want to look at my things. Sell that. I'm saving this because I'm going to change between these. This, though. Yeah, this we can add to junk. Let's get rid of anything we don't really need. Oops. What's this? Duration minus. Don't need that. That's not good. That's not good. That one's okay. Dervish. What is this one? Oh, okay, that's what we have up there. Yeah, I think that's it. We got a bunch of mods. We got 3 of these, 3 of these. Do these take up any? Oh, they do. They weigh very little, though. Weigh half of whatever unit they're using. Okay.
Something I can help you with?
Yeah, it's definitely got one more thing.
Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
What I don't get is, since we already exhausted all the
Something I
dialogue
can help you
options,
with?
right? Why is this one not grayed out?
I'll help if I can.
Yeah, see, that's it. There's another deserter there. This place looks depressing. Nobody even cleaned it up. What are you guys doing out here? Stun baton, big cartridge, ollie ollie toxie free. Basic child. Huh. Wonder if I can just stand up and not get caught because of how high my skill is. She's inside of here. So, not going in there yet. I gotta explore everything first. It's nice you can transfer stuff. I wonder if the game actually remembers it. And when you come back, it's still there.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
Oh, God, weird. What's this? Zoe's journal, page 22. We found one of them. Well, today's the day, Zoe. I keep saying Zoe, but Zoe. Today's the day you take your destiny into your own hands. I've been listening to Grace talk about the Marauder threat. Bands of wild, free-spirited bandits living in camps out in the hills, warming themselves by the light of barrel fires. Probably mounted the heads of their enemies on spikes as a warning to folk like me. Living a life of comfort and ease, free of any rules. I bet they could take the whole region if they were organized. She's odd for wanting to be one of them. I've been tucking away some of Adelaide's food, and I got some spare cans of salt tuna. Should last me a couple weeks if I ration. Got some Adrenatime too. Everybody loves Adrenatime, even Marauders, right? Got odds those Marauders will let me throw in with them if I dingle a couple syringes of Adrenatime before their eyes. This is gonna be great. Look out, Terror 2. Bandit Queen Zoe's origin story has just begun. I'm gonna have a whole gang of Marauders at my beck and call. Maybe I can even score some Rizzos. Oh my god. Oh, this is her home? Oh wait, that's not her home. Oh wait, here's another one. Zoe's journal, page 12. So that's it then. No more Edgewater for me. No more cannery. No more jumpsuits and gloves. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'ams. And would you like another's? I don't know why I'm writing this down for posterity's sake, because I've always hated the cannery, and I don't think I'll ever have to look back to this journal many years hence. Tell myself, oh wow, I did hate the veil once, didn't I? Just because I got sick. Everybody gets sick. Well, okay, I got sick and I grabbed a little too much during the time. Is that really a crime? I gotta treat myself when I'm sick, don't I? Whatever happened to personal responsibility and surviving by one's own bootstrap? Oh, but you misappropriate one box of Adrenatime and suddenly you're committing larceny. Yeah, well, they don't want to give it out to people. They want you to do what they want. And if you do good enough, maybe they'll give you some. But if you're not on their good list, they won't give you nothing. They'll just let you die. That part's a little messed up. Are these kegs? Can we get wasted? I want to get space wasted. There's another deserter. There's a terminal, or a couple terminals that aren't on. Terra biological overview. That deserter gun, I think he is. I think he left, right? I want to steal everything. Got another tossball card. This one's let's see. Christensen is known for the least number of bronzes past the hump. I wonder if you can trade these and if I'm screwing myself by selling them. I doubt it though. That would be cool though if you could trade them with people. Maybe the next one. Oh, it's kind of huge. Here's some kind of research facility. Looks like she's researching plants. That's cool. That'll actually be really helpful. Emerald Vale Botanical Lab and Experimental Facility. Spacious choice property, terminal access, personal file. Personal files, password required. Hack. Yep. Password Silent Spring. Password accepted. Welcome, A. McDevitt. So this is Adelaide's. Open first entry. Personal files, first entry. May the Eternal bless my first endeavor. It's been 2 days since I walked away from life at the Edgewater Cannery. Fortuitously, the old botanical labs are still operational. Mostly the soil's sour. I'll do what I can, but I'm going to need some powerful fertilizer. Instead of having the taste of Saltuna lingering on my tongue day in, day out, I want something fresh, something that grows out of the earth. Alright, last entry. We found another worker from Edgewater, ex-worker now. Desertion rates must be climbing. I'm not terribly surprised. Reed's style of management has always been tyrannical. I imagine an exodus is brewing. At any rate, the worker was in a sorry state. Fever, shallow breathing, delirious, must have been plagued. Set him right with a diet of greens. He was all better in a couple of weeks. Physically, spiritually, he's one of our flock now. So that's the problem, is what they're eating, probably. Experimental notes. First one. I am hereby repurposing this botanical lab from its original conception as a gear in the soulless automaton of the corporate machine. This greenhouse may look impressive, but like all Spacious Choice products, is cheap and unreliable. I shall have to make some repairs with my own 2 hands. This place shall become a nursery. Before it was abandoned, I understand the horticulturalists failed to produce a single viable crop. Something about the soil being too poor. I am determined to find a way. May the Eternal smile upon my endeavors. And this is the last entry. Flora are living things, as sensitive to their environment as any breathing, thinking body. I contend that the crops in this region failed because the corporate scientists tending to them are cold, heartless, inhumane people acting on behalf of a sterile and inhumane power. One cannot expect our crops to flush with green and reach for the sky under these conditions. That's kind of true, right? The soil is sour. It's true. I don't know quite how to explain that. I'm sure the scientists will say something about biology or the carbon cycle. But I can conclude, after months of my own experimentation, that the secret to a rich and wholesome garden is love, attention, compassion, and a natural fertilizer bursting with organic materials, just as nature intended. It looks like she found that because it can. Can we read any of these notes?
Oh gosh, it's so pretty.
Very pretty. I like this. I mean, look at that water. The water looks pretty fresh. They're doing a lot better over here. Yeah, look at the plants. We could literally save everyone. Light ammo. The light ammo it said we could take without getting in trouble. That's weird. Player rights. Under the Biased Labor Standards Act, wages determined by merit of your work. Surprised they didn't take that down. Overtime may result in higher pay if the quality of said work is considered exemplary. Your employer has the right to dock your pay should you damage any facilities or equipment. It is your responsibility, not your employer's, to avoid workplace hazards. Los Angeles Colony Department of Labor. Okay. All it's about is work hard, work hard, work hard. Ooh, look at this. There she is. Ellie, your place is absolutely amazing. This is astonishing. There's that other door. There's 3 doors into this place. Okay. I don't want to be seen, but I want to steal this. Thank you. I need all this. All mine. Is that it? Yeah, oh, look. I'm stealing everything. Okay. Nope, nope. Another one. Oh crap, she's right there though. She can see us. Looking right at us. Did I risk it? Wait till she looks away, right? Never looking right at me. You know she doesn't catch me? That's just weird. Look somewhere else, lady. Over here. Hey, 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 look at me. Nope, she's fully out of it, I guess. I don't even know I'm here. She's off in thought. Oh, she kind of looked at me there, though. Okay, let's talk to her. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, she's just drinking. I hope that's just water.
you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
Yeah, what's a poultice? But I am going to find out myself. A soft mass of material, typically a plant material flower, applied to the body to relieve soreness and inflammation and kept in place with a cloth. So they put it underneath a cloth and it's supposed to help cool you down. You must be Adelaide. Just who are you now? I'm here to join your camp. You must be Adelaide.
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
The tune is where you spit. I think it's where it collects spit. Reed sent me to make peace with you. Is this your greenhouse? You made a home for yourself out here. Is this your greenhouse?
No, dear. The garden belongs to us all. Life is the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice.
Surprised you managed to grow anything out here. Funny, never knew you could grow ripe in a garden. Yeah, I'm surprised you could grow anything.
The soil around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back up. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer.
What's in the fertilizer? Reed sent me to make peace with you. Looks like you made a home for yourself out here. Looks like you made a home for yourself.
A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots.
Why did you leave your old home? Picked a terrible place to put down roots. Why did you leave your old home?
It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject.
And Reed wants her back because obviously she was able to make the saltuna taste a lot better. Reed sent me to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
You're living off power that belongs to the town. Come back to the cannery, that's about it. Reed asked you to consider coming back to town. He's willing to make amends. Something about coming back to town and losing power. Wasn't really listening. He's willing to make amends.
Make amends? Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Reed asked me to divert your power over to him. He mentioned a geothermal plant. This is serious. I'm about to cut off your power. The first one.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
Your camp has a power regulator. I need to prepare my ship. My reasons around. First one.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
Would we be screwing the other people over too, though? Is there a way to get another one that's not going to hurt either one? I'll consider it. Whatever you got against the town. I'm not looking to get mixed up in your problems. I just want to fix my ship. Hero to you, maybe. Hero to you, maybe.
A hero to the people who matter. To us. To the ones who come around. To the ones you save. Reed will never understand. He has been too long inebriated on the wine of corporate culture. All he sees is productivity, output, profits.
Sounds like anybody that's in corporate long enough, right? They get brainwashed. I'll consider it. You think Reed's just trying to spite you? Say I help you. What happens to Edgewater? I want to know what happens to Edgewater.
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
Did you turn this whole planet into something beautiful then? Maybe. Consider it. You think Reed's just trying to spite you? Why, yeah, is he trying to spite?
You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it.
I'll consider it. What have you got against the town?
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scrap Spacer's choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
Oh my
He was
God.
tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
You made your point clear now. I'll see what I can do. Don't much like you throwing that in her face to get me on your side. What do you have against people trying to make a living? I don't like her throwing that in her face.
I'm all right. I ain't so fragile.
That was unkind of me. I'm sorry, dear.
Yeah, what do you have against people trying to make a living? You all gotta put some, elbow grease in. But I do also like the idea of eventually not having to do that. I don't like the idea of having to wait till you're 50 or 60 or 70 or even 80 to retire. That's just terrible. It's gotta be a good middle ground, right?
It's not much of a living. Every single person in that town has sold themselves to Spacer's Choice. The company owns them. Body, blood, and bones. You've been there. You've seen it. All anyone ever does is toil over a cannery. They give their lives for some heartless corporation, and then they're tossed into a Spacer's Choice brand cemetery.
Yeah, that part's not good, and then you have to pay just to be allowed to get buried. Just like in real life, though. People will find every way they can to get money out of you. Yeah, these people work until they get sick and die. Well, they toss them out when they're sick. They throw them into that, places for the sick. And, yep, after that, like, good luck. And they want you to work your butt off. I guess you have a point.
So, what do you say? Divert power over to us. Shut down that abominable cannery for good.
I'll consider it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
All right, what do you think, Bravati?
Where are we headed?
Oh, she don't have any intake yet. Just like me, not sure. There we go. Sorry, I had to take that. Very important. I just take everything from everyone. Oh, whoa. This riot something. Let's take a look at what we just picked up. That's going right to the junk pile. Yeah, now we got quite a few missions going. We got 6 missions we're currently on. Did I just see something? Thought I saw like a message. Okay, we can go back outside now. And let's save it there, guys. We'll call it there. Appreciate everyone. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure you guys like, subscribe. See you next time.